Yeah, I think there was a lot to take from that game. I thought at times our good was really good, and that's both sides of the ball. First half I thought we got some great looks early in the game where shots just didn't go in. I thought we were very aggressive, disruptive defensively to start the game. But I thought there were some key moments in the game that we can really learn from. Obviously, in the second half when they went on their run and we stalled out offensively, I thought their pressure was really disrupting us and kept us out of rhythm offensively. Thought we made two critical mistakes in baseline out of bounds defense after we made the run to get back in the game, where they scored 5 points on that in the last 2 minutes. And then obviously the 5-second call on us, where, if we score there, it's still going to be hard to win the game, but it gives us a chance. Just the pace into the action wasn't good enough. And that's something we got to do a better job as coaches of working on that in live situations. We do a lot of situational offense 5-on-0, but doing more situational offense 5-on-5 to give our guys a little bit better game feel for what that looks like, and I think it will help us in those situations.
And very similar situation this week. I mean, last week you guys were at top, now you're a half game behind. So I know it's the next game and they're all important, but you look at this one any differently?
I don't think so, Dana. Maybe only thing differently is who we're playing. A really, really good basketball team who's playing very well. I think probably the most talented team in the league, top to bottom. They've kind of done what we've done in the past in terms of how they built their roster with a lot of transfers, a lot of proven Division I players, and they're gelling very well. I think they're playing really good basketball. I think Coach Lundy's done a great job. Just going to be a really, really challenge for us, just simply because of the team that we're playing against.
Speaking of the portal, I mean, obviously last year you guys had two NKU players on the team, and they played against their former program now. You guys are on the opposite side of that with John Levitt playing from Milwaukee. I mean, what's that like? Just with that reality, playing against players that used to be part of the program.
Yeah, I don't really think there's anything different about it. Obviously, Johnny's was in our program for 2 years. A kid I helped recruit. I love him to death. I'm glad he's having success there. Obviously he's going to want to play well against his former team. So we got to be cognizant of that and understand just who he is as a player and how we can try to slow him down.
Ethan, with that being said, we hear a lot. There's a lot of talk about the NIL and transfer. I mean, is that good for college basketball where you have a player? I know it works both ways, but the player who was in your system for 2 years can transfer, no penalty, and sit and play the next year again.
Yeah, whether it's good or bad, Dana, I think it is what it is. I think this is what we've created, and I'm all for the players having options. I'm all for the players being able to earn compensation for their name, image, and likeness. Obviously, it has been a benefit to our program to be able to recruit the way that we've recruited, to have the backing from our community and the resources that we have that helps us and allows us to do that. So it is what it is. I think if you don't adjust and make decisions based on how the NCAA has created the landscape, then you're probably gonna lose momentum in your program. So that's what we've tried to do. We've tried to adjust, tried to use it to our benefit, and in a lot of ways it's helped us.
I know you're only in your first year, but you were here obviously with Jared. Are you building programs now, or are you going to build a program, or are you going to build teams year to year?
Well, obviously, we would love to have continuity. We've got a chance with this roster to have that. We've got a lot of key pieces with returning eligibility. So what we're trying to do is have really good relationships with them, make sure that they have a great experience here, so we can hopefully retain all those guys, which I feel great that we will. And then continue to go out and recruit the way that we've recruited, mix high school players in. We've got 2 high school players signed. Obviously, we're going to go to the portal in the spring and try to add some pieces that we feel like is going to help our team and take us to another level. But yeah, we certainly want to try to build a program here with as much continuity as we can have. But again, the NCAA has made decisions that they've made that in some ways may limit us from doing that, and we're not going to. We want guys that want to be here for sure. We're not going to try to handcuff people into being here that don't want to be here. But I think we found a rhythm in terms of how we've recruited and how we've retained players in the past. Obviously, we retained 6 from last year with a coaching change, which I think shows you the types of relationships we have with our guys.
What have you seen in the last few games?
Yeah, playing really well, getting his offensive rhythm back. Obviously making shots, which is what we need him to do. But also on the other end of the floor, defending, continuing to play with a lot of toughness. So really, really happy with where he's at and the progress that he's made over the last few weeks.
Do you expect EJ to come?
We'll see. EJ did more today than he's done in the last week. Felt really good. Still got some soreness, certainly, but we've got 3 more days to try to get him ready to go. We'll see where he's at Thursday afternoon to be able to make a better decision on that. But obviously would love to have him, but we're not going to rush him back, and we're going to make sure he's healthy before he plays.
Maybe you touched on a little bit on just Milwaukee offensively. Obviously, you've had a chance to play a couple of the other top offensive teams in the league, and Purdue, Fort Wayne, and obviously Cleveland State has been pretty hot. How is Milwaukee different what they do offensively compared to some of those teams?
Yeah, it's going to be I don't know the best way to say it. Going to be physical warfare, rebounding the basketball. If you look at their numbers, what they're doing on the glass is pretty remarkable. 7th in the country in offensive rebounds. They've got one guy who's 5th in the country in offensive rebounds, in Jamichael Stillwell. We're 3rd in the league in rebounding margin. We out-rebound teams in league play by 2.5 rebounds a game. They out-rebound opponents by 11.5 rebounds a game. So what they're doing on the glass, we're going to have to raise our level of toughness and physicality to combat that. And then the second thing they do is they really play in transition. They've got multiple guys who can transport the ball, a lot of guys who can make plays in transition. So we're going to have to be really, really good. Rebounding the ball, we're going to have to be great in transition defense. And where that's going to start is with us taking care of the basketball and running good offense.